All right, guys, welcome back to Commission Reviews, the queen of reality TV. Now, y'all know y'all saw the things that was going on Belle Collective over this past weekend, but of course, I have the exclusive with the queen, Marie, who go come on here and shut it down like she always does and tell us what a TI actually is. Okay, period. Hey, ma'am,
Hi.
looking
Thanks
good.
for having me.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing? Yes,
I'm
welcome.
well. I'm well. Blessed to be here.
Yes, of course, of course. So let's go ahead and get into a little bit of the show before we jump into the things of was the reunion. Now, I feel like you came in this season, a lot of times, just to be honest, okay, we knew she gonna come in with the rah-rah. You was a lot more chill this season. I've seen people come and saying, I've never seen this side. What changed for you this season?
What changed? That's a good question. That's a very good question. I just feel like I don't I really don't know where to begin.
Mm,
It's just so much to break down.
mm.
It's so much. I absolutely don't even know where to begin. Just to be quite honest with you, it is definitely a lot to break down.
Let me ask you this then. Do you feel like that coming into this season, being tagged this and that, you just wanted to come in, I'm not trying to be funny, clock in, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing without all the extra drama. Do you feel like it was brought to you and you weren't even looking for it this season? That's what I've been reading and people saying that they just feel like it came to you.
I really was not looking for it. It absolutely came to me.
Mm.
Um, a lot of it caught me by surprise. I just feel like, with the entire collective, we we have our fun moments, our funny moments. We shade, as they say, all of us talk shit about each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing different, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that.
Exactly.
It's yeah, so I think that the biggest issue is nobody is willing to stand 10 toes down on what they say. You know, it's a lot of lies being told. It's no accountability. A lot of the Bells want to protect their image, to the extent of, lying in order to do that. And with me from day one, I've never portrayed to be perfect. I'm human. I'm a work in progress. I show my reality, the good, bad, ugly, no matter how bad it hurts. I show my triumphs, I show my low points, and I just believe in staying true to my authentic self. And I pride myself on that. And you know, my response to things, my delivery to things is very direct. I don't believe in beating around the bush and sugarcoating anything, and that comes off to some, I would say, intimidating.
Mm,
Because if it didn't intimidate them, they wouldn't be bothered by my
exactly.
response. If the
Hmm.
sky is blue, I'm gonna say it's blue. I'm not going to say, well, I think it's almost blue, or it's
Mm.
no, it's blue. You know.
Right,
So
exactly.
yeah.
So I want to talk about like the beginning. I know that the timber situation was like people were shocked by it that you guys had a situation with her ex and everything, and I know that it's split with comments saying, okay, why was she digging into her ex's life? How did this even get started?
Let me be brutally honest. I did not dig into Tambra's past life. Okay. And if we were friends, like she said that we were, then I would have already known about this guy and in their history. I would have
Mm,
known that this guy was a stalker, Tambra's life was in danger, I would have known that since we were friends, she
Mm,
said.
right.
Those are some things that, your friend would know. So, no, I did not go digging into her life. As much stuff I have going on, I don't have time to go and research and see who somebody dated or dig off into somebody's past. But of course, with the TV show, they can't show everything, how everything transpired with every situation, you know so what actually happened, I have a good friend. We've been friends 20 plus years. She called me and she was like, and just ironically, we were in the middle of filming. I don't know, this guy must have caught wind we were filming.
Oh
She was
wow.
like, Marie,
Mm.
I have this good friend of mine. He want to get in contact with the production, whoever's responsible for the coordination of the show, because he's been told his name have been brought up on the show. I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know if that's true or not. And he wants to clear his name from some allegations connected to Tamara. And I'm like, what? She said, well, I know you normally don't meet with people and do this, but will you do it for me? Because he's a good friend of mine. And what he's saying is, it's a legitimate situation. Will you put him in contact with who he needs to talk to? So I was like, well, sure. So at the next day, when it was time for me to talk to production about things that I had going on for the week, because we have to talk to them
Right.
a couple of times a week to bring them up
Mm-hmm.
up to
Mm-hmm.
speed on what we have going on.
Gotcha.
So I shared the information with them, and they wanted to cover the story. They actually called me back and said, well, hey, we want to follow this story in reality, in real time, to see what this guy want, what it is he's trying to do, and I want you and Leticia to meet with this guy. I'm not
Whoa.
knowing that this is a
Wow.
bogus situation or this situation didn't happen. The
Mm,
first thing I'm thinking is, oh my God, like listening to my dear friend tell me the story, the
mm-hmm.
backdrop of it.
Right.
I'm like, oh my God. Like I've been in a position where I've had to clear my name from my castmates saying that I'm committing fraud.
Right.
Like that's
Exactly.
serious. So,
Mm,
like that's my mindset. I'm not
okay.
thinking about Tambra,
Mm,
So I'm thinking this is a legitimate situation. I'm gonna put him in contact. But I didn't know at the time when she brought it to me, okay, me and Letitia gonna meet with this guy. I didn't
okay.
know that part when she first brought it to me. I didn't
Okay.
learn that until
Mm-hmm.
after I talked to them.
Mm-hmm.
So me digging up her past, that wasn't true. I did share the information. I didn't deny that I did not go meet with this guy. I own that. I stand in that. 10
Mm.
toe down on that. I never denied that. But what I did deny is it was a post that Tambra made stating that I reached out to our showrunner and I begged them to cover the story. And that's when the showrunner I post the text messages where the
Mm-hmm.
showrunner responded to me and said, well, no, we didn't tell Tambra that. That's a lie. So
Wow.
why would
Wow.
you say something like that to paint a narrative like
Mm-hmm.
I begged them to run this story on you? And that wasn't the truth.
Your
So
initial
that's
thing was, but your initial thing was looking out, like you wanted to see what was going on because of your own personal experience. Just originally, like,
it
why is it?
wasn't now it was not to hurt Tambra.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that. And to be honest with you, I talked to women and Tambra would talk. I've had several conversations with Tambra
Mm,
over the
okay.
years.
Right.
And a lot of those conversations was about, when I went through what I went through with Latrice and this blogger,
Mm,
we
right.
would talk at night, for hours, about the situation. She didn't care for Latrice. She didn't like Latrice.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying?
yes,
Season
exactly.
one and season two.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Right. So we did have we did have conversations. Um, I have invited her to events. I would have, she invite me, vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
We did support each other. So when my friend Keisha reached out to me, I don't believe that Keisha had malicious intent towards Tambra, because Tambra is somebody that she should have supported, and Tambra have supported her as well.
Okay.
So it was no beef
Mm-hmm.
with the young lady who is friends with Tambra's ex.
Okay.
It's just I
Gotcha.
got caught up in it by
Oh
default
wow.
because
Yeah.
I'm a part of the show.
Okay.
Now, what I did learn after this happened, that this guy had reached out to all of the Bells. You see what I'm saying? From an anonymous
Mm.
page, trying to be get it, to be heard. But
Yes.
I didn't see it. I afterwards I had my team to go back and look after the other ladies claimed he reached out to them. And when my team went back and checked my messages, they found it. Because
Mm.
I don't receive messages from people that I
You don't.
don't follow.
Right.
And
Gotcha.
I don't follow, you know what I'm saying? So if I
Mm-hmm.
don't follow you, or if I
You don't get
don't
the message.
accept your message, I don't
Mm-hmm.
see a
Mm-hmm.
message.
Mm-hmm.
They all go on a different
Yes.
folder.
Right. Right.
So I didn't know that this guy had reached out to us. So my intent, like I stated, it wasn't to hurt Tambra. But this narrative that got pushed, like I deliberately tried to dig up dirt on her. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
that wasn't the case.
Wow.
And I
Oh,
apologize. When we went to smash it,
the thing.
I
Yeah. Go
went
ahead. Mm-hmm.
right. I told her first what had happened.
Mm-hmm.
That her husband reached out to Keisha and Keisha reached out to me. She heard it from me first. She didn't have to get it from the streets. I didn't go and discuss this with nobody else but her. I told her what happened. And I stand 10 toes down on what happened. I'm not denying that. However, she stated that my actions hurt her. If my actions hurt her, I apologize to her. Y'all saw that at the barbecue, so Gucci's
Mm-hmm.
barbecue. I said I'm sorry. Now you can't crucify me. Now I've apologized to you and I've asked God to forgive me for hurting you, but I'm not gonna lick you. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lick your ass. You know,
Period. I wouldn't either.
I can't lick
I
your
wouldn't.
ass. Now it takes a real woman to apologize. I have apologized to you. I done went on with my life. You on with your life. We don't communicate on no level. And I'm happy with that. But leave me the fuck alone. Stop pushing this narrative. That's it.
So let me ask you a question. With that being said, talking to him and everything else, how did you feel once you did meet with him? Like,
Well, what people don't know is
mhm.
this, because it couldn't get aired on TV because Tamber was saying that this was an ongoing case. This guy was telling them, production, that the case was over with. You see what I'm saying? So they wasn't, of course, they're not going to take a risk and run the story not knowing who lying and who telling the truth. But what people don't know and did not see is when me and Letitia went and met with this guy, hell, we asked him, what do you want? Like, men normally don't do shit like this.
You
We
so right.
questioned him
Hmm.
about it. You see what I'm saying? We questioned him why he was doing this. Why now? But people didn't see that part because it didn't get aired. So it wasn't on no malicious intent. It just was not. And
What
if
was
it
the response?
was,
But what did he
Tamicia,
say? But what did he say? Why though?
he
Why?
did what he was saying was these allegations, these stalking allegations that Tambra had against him, they were all false, and the judge threw it out. And he wanted people to know that.
I can
So it
understand that.
wasn't to tear, like he didn't come to us to try to tear Tambra down. That wasn't the case. He just wanted the people who was in charge of the show to know, because he stated that season one, Tambra asked him to do the show with her. He told her
Interesting.
no, he couldn't do the show
Mm.
because He stated that he couldn't do the show because of the industry he's in and the type of business he have. He can't be involved with any type of drama like that with reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
It would mess up his business.
He's right.
So when he declined to do the show, that's when things went left with them.
Mm.
You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? That's when things
Yes.
went left.
Mm-hmm.
And so when season one aired, when he saw Tambra on the show her with Damon,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
he was like, "Well, this is the same guy I caught her cheating on me with."
Wait a girl. What?
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, but he was trying to clear his name from the show. That's what he stated. So it wasn't to he didn't come to us bashing her. He
Okay.
just said he wanted to clear his name to set the record straight.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that was.
Which anybody will understand that because that's a bad thing on your
'Cause
record, black man especially.
right, exactly. To have
Mm-hmm.
something, but he stated that it got thrown out. He had all the court, documents. He showed them to production, showed them
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
Letitia, and I was like, wow.
That's a lot, man.
So
Wow.
I'm not here to judge. I'm not saying who's lying and who's telling the
Right.
truth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not God. I don't know. I don't know. And it's not for me to say who's lying and telling the truth. But as my friend, if
Uh-huh.
she stated that we were friends, if I'm your friend, I would know that you have a stalker on the loose.
Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. So I want to ask you about the Ferris streak. It went back out, baby. I don't know if the light, Marie. I hear you.
We were friends, that's something that your friend would know that you have a stalker. And to
Mm-hmm.
be honest with you, if since that was the case, you're filming with all the bells. We're going to different places in Jackson, in the metropolitan area. And you don't let production know.
I don't know why. It's no sound. I don't know what happened. Same thing happened again. No sound. I can't hear. Mm-mm. Is somebody calling you? You might have to put it on airplane mode. They're calling you. We got back. All right.
Okay.
Technical difficulty, but we good. We good. Okay. So I know you was talking about the whole thing with all the members of the X, but I want to ask you a question. Was this tying in with the whole trip and you being left out, which I thought was so messed up with this whole capital event, which we never got a direct answer? What is the real answer with that and why you weren't invited?
Well, like I didn't know. I didn't even know that the Bells was invited to the state capitol.
Mm, mm, mm.
What actually happened, what I learned is the Bells was invited to, let me back up. What I learned was Tambra's cousin at the time was a state representative
Mm,
at the Capitol.
okay.
He was
Mm,
a state representative, and also her cousin, who through Tambra's baby shower,
okay.
worked at the state capitol as well.
Jacqueline, right?
Okay. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
they both worked at the state capitol.
Interesting.
So when Letitia called me and told me that Tamba reached out to her, stating that they wanted to recognize, recognize us
Mm-hmm.
at the state capitol and do a resolution. So you know what a resolution is, right?
Yeah.
Are you familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do a resolution with all of the Bells, with Belle Collective.
Okay.
So we're
All of them.
all in the collective.
Mm-hmm.
So if if they're doing a resolution, the state of Mississippi is doing a resolution
Okay.
for Belle Collective that consists of all of us.
Yes. Everybody. Yes.
So Tisha was like, all of the Bells are invited except for you. Because it was somebody came back and said that I was involved in some Medicaid issues and I couldn't come. That's what she said Tambra told her.
Okay.
So that
Hmm.
goes back to season one of the whole Medicaid fraud that what's her name? What's the
Latrice.
young lady's name?
Oh,
The white girl.
out of.
Kaylon.
Uh-huh.
Well, and Kaylon, the whole situation with Kaylon and Latrice.
Hmm.
Now, mind you, remember season two at the reunion, Latrice bought a bogus document to the reunion to try to embarrass me with, to say that she
Hmm.
was saying that it was a document saying that we were under investigation.
Okay.
Okay. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
So it was about those things,
Hmm.
about that thing,
Okay.
that issue, or
Hmm.
whatever.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, why are these people started dragging this out something from 4 years ago? They've been talking
Oh
about from
yeah,
4 years ago,
4 years
that
ago.
don't even exist.
Hmm.
I have state and federal contracts.
Plenty of
So if
receipts.
I'm an investigation and I'm a fraud, and what they're saying is the gospel, why am I? Do you think the feds gonna sit back and let me continuously commit a crime and not stop me? So I'm like,
Wow.
wait a minute. Okay, y'all still talking about I'm a fraud and I'm under investigation. Something y'all been saying from 4 years ago, 3, 4 years ago, and ain't nothing never happened. You started screaming the same thing. So anyway, so I'm like, well, okay. So I hit, of course I tell Essie, like, okay,
Hmm. Of
I'm
course.
excluded from the
Hmm.
Capitol because Tampa said that I wasn't invited because of some type of issue I got with the state with dealing with fraud. So at that point, Essie said, well, I'm going. I'm going down there to see what they're talking about because at
Oh,
that point,
Esty.
yeah, I'm going to see what they're talking about because see, I'm a
Hmm.
part of Hamilton Davis too, and I'm tired of
Mm.
this shit. But
Yes.
that's Essie
Yes.
talking. I'm going
Yes.
down there to see what's going on.
She don't play. Hmm.
So Essie went down there.
Hmm.
And so the guy, the keep the stamps, which is the state representative, that's Tamara's cousin.
Okay.
Essie said that he came downstairs and met them, Letitia and the rest of the Bells, whether
Hmm.
they acknowledged it happened or not. He came down there and he told them, "Listen, I went up there and I checked into all of this. He told Essie, let Marie know. Look, I'm sorry, y'all. I was lied to. There was some false information. I'm gonna try to make it up. I'm gonna make it up to y'all. I am sorry." And Essie actually talked to him that night.
Mm.
You know,
That's
so
interesting.
and so he said what was said was, um, the Bales, somebody, the man, the guy who I guess who was going to sign off on us, on the resolution,
Hmm.
his assistant told him that she watched the show and all they do is fight on the show. I ain't fought with nobody.
Okay.
I haven't got to fight with nobody. I wasn't a part of the suspension, and I damn sure wasn't at the wig launch. That didn't have
You
nothing to do
were.
with it.
So then why did you still exclude? If that's the case, then why did nobody go?
Because here's the thing. They keep putting that it's always surrounding the show. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
So Latrice made the statement at the Lupus Gala. Well, don't nobody want to be affiliated with Marie. Do you know me?
Hmm. Interesting.
Who is
Wow.
these nobody? Girl, you don't know me from a bag of rocks. I don't know you. You don't do business with who I do business with. So who are you? Who are you talking about?
Still a bad. It's a bad narrative to put out there about somebody
So
though.
to
It is.
keep putting that in the atmosphere now, mind you, the issue that me and Latrice had back in season one, and people that was hands on, just like even when we filmed that scene, when I was combing out the wig on the mannequin, the people who was in that room, they knew who name I said, and it
Mm.
wasn't Latrice.
Okay.
So they
Uh.
knew the issue wasn't. I'm sorry, hold on. What you need? The key is in the look Christina's office. Yeah. So they knew the issue initially wasn't with me and Latrice.
Hmm.
And I told Latrice that when I made it to the brunch. She asked me to let her flex on me for whatever reason. I'm like, well, okay.
That is wow.
Like, okay. not knowing that it was gonna cause all this.
All
You
the
see what I'm
problems are
saying?
there.
Right. But see, that's a lesson I learned. And I didn't know no better.
It's
First time doing reality TV, I let a
yes.
role play. And
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know you don't do that. You see what I'm saying? But see, people take that and she hang on to the narrative that I tried to attack her business really over a bundle of hair. People know that with sense. No. Is it this serious over a bad bundle of hair when we know and people who wear hair know it's possible to get a hold to a bad bundle of hair, bag of hair. It happens to the best of the best. Do it warrant somebody saying that you committing a crime?
Right.
Like that's not equivalent. And that happened back then. I hadn't said nothing else about her. I ain't said nothing in reference to her business.
Does all this stuff, in your opinion, let Leticia see who Latrice finally is? Like, are you finally feeling like you're vindicated? Where she finally, after all this time, it's get to see what you've been saying this all this time.
She see, she finally see, but I never, with our friendship, Latrice was never like off camera, never a topic.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I
Okay.
feel
Period.
like if she's friends with me, she can also be friends with her.
100%.
You see what I'm saying?
Hundred
Like she
percent.
don't have to choose because the issue between me and Latrice didn't have nothing to do with her, like with
Mm-hmm.
her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like if I have a friend and I'm seeing my friend do malicious shit to people,
Mm-hmm.
all she doing is preparing you for what she gonna do to you next.
Oh wow.
If you see somebody like the way Latrice is doing me, putting it in the atmosphere that I'm a fraud and started attacking my business, started attacking my business. I got the evidence, and I'm gonna shoot that to you. Where earlier this year, I'm promoting my business online, right?
Okay.
Her and
Mm-hmm.
Salucci get into it for whatever reason. That ain't got nothing to do with me. She come take a shot at me in my business, talking about, well, which one of these businesses make you supposed to be a millionaire? Where are these
Wow.
clinics at? I got it. So what I tell her, I'm like, girl, stop trying to deflect from telling your truth. Talk about what really happened with you at the M bar. Don't
Mm.
deflect.
Mm.
Stop trying to take the situation off of you because it was during the time that all of that aired on TV. Talk about your story.
Yeah, that was a lot
Don't
too.
try to make up big fake beef with me
Mm.
when I have not bothered you.
Yeah, you've been chill.
So I've been chill. I hadn't bothered her. She posts my properties online.
Wow.
She posted my she posted so Gucci property where she live online. Like it doesn't warrant all of that. And then after she did that, so when I come back, when I came back and said something, I gut punched her ass. Like, baby, you don't want to do this. But then when you can't take it, you want to go cry victim like somebody doing something to you. But when she kept taking shots at me
Yeah.
online. I was not
Mm-hmm.
bothering
Right.
her. I had not
Mm.
said anything to her. And then when I told her to go and talk to the fans and tell them what really happened to you during that scene, guess what she did? Guess I'm just gonna tell you what she
What she
did.
did? Yeah, tell me, cause I'll.
I'm gonna let you know what she did.
Mm-hmm.
When she degraded my business,
Mm.
I told her, stop trying to deflect. Tell your truth and tell the fans what really happened at Embar with you.
Mm.
She turned around. She know that we can't sue each other, right? We
Right.
can't sue each other.
Mm-hmm.
She had her husband to send me a lawsuit to sue me for defamation.
Wow.
I ain't lied on you about
Wow.
anything. You on
Wow.
national TV. You on national TV fighting. That didn't have nothing to do with me. I didn't lie on you. I didn't make fun of no domestic violence situation with her.
Mm.
That's not no for laughing matter with me. But it's the narrative that she pushed
Yeah.
out there that
Mm-hmm.
like I'm making fun of a domestic violence
Ooh.
situation. That is not funny. That's not a joking, laughing
At
matter with
all.
no woman across the
Mm-mm.
board. Because at the end of the day, I'm a woman. But
Yes.
see, her husband is not on social media to see the snake shit that she do to people.
Mm.
And
Mm. Did you hit that like button and subscribe? This is an exclusive Belle Collective interview.
right.
We're good
So,
to go.
yeah. So I'm not making this up.
Mhm.
And the tweets that are out there, she deleted them after she did it. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So you
To
can't
me,
go
and
back
I
and look
let
at it.
mine sit right there. But you can
Mm.
see where she took shots in my business because I responded to what she said, and then it had Twitter user post deleted.
Oh yeah.
To
Wow.
delete, she deleted out the shots she made at me. You see what I'm saying? So the thing what she do is she do malicious shit to people off the camera, take jabs, and then when she come in front of the camera, she start crying and playing victim, like somebody jealous of her, envy of her, somebody bothering her. That's a mechanism to deflect from the situation at hand. Baby, ain't nobody jealous of you.
The
I wouldn't
thing of
trade my life. I manifested my life. I wouldn't trade my life with her and nobody. I would rather go jump off the bridge
you've
before
been
I
through
have
a
to
lot.
switch my life with anybody.
But you've been through a lot,
Yeah, I've
and
been through a lot, so
see,
I'm not
with your
ashamed.
son, with your son and everything, and you've been very
Yes,
transparent about that. Can you give us an update
very.
about that? Because that is something I wish they would spoke more about it because that was really traumatic when I first we all heard about it. So, how is your son doing after losing the mother and everything happened? That's a lot for y'all to go through.
It is a lot to go through. We're navigating it, and I watch him grow,
Mm,
and every
wow.
time I look at him, it breaks my heart. That his mom is not physically here,
Mm,
but we strive to keep his
yeah.
mom's memory
Mm.
alive. And that's a lot itself to deal with. You
Has
know,
anybody been there for you? Has any of the Bells reached out to you when you're going through this? Because this is an ongoing thing. It's not, it's just gonna take time. Even though it's been some time,
no,
it's still
no.
really
The
nobody.
only when that happened, um, the only bail. No, but I don't think anybody reached out but Letitia.
Wow. Now that's
I don't
actually
think.
horrible.
I know. Wait, so Akeisha did, Gucci,
Okay.
yeah, and that
And
was
that's
it.
it.
But
Mm,
like this issue, ongoing issue, this narrative that Latrice is pushing,
right.
about the this fraud allegation with me and all of that, like stop. And ain't
Mm,
nobody said nothing about her business. Ain't nobody said nothing. Nothing.
wow. So I wanted to
Nothing.
briefly talk about Akeisha. 'Cause I know that during the reunion they was spoken about the whole thing about Ferris Street and everything. So, you're very straight up. You point out something that's just make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Back. Okay, but the Akeisha and the Fair Street situation, because I felt like you were just looking out for your girl when you asked about it, and it wasn't just you that said, did she steal it or she's doing the same thing that the Keisha is doing. So Letitia is doing. So I'm curious to know what made you say that because
Okay.
people were thinking as
My
well, not just
What
you.
I wanted to know, what I was trying to get an understanding from Akeisha is what what she was looking to accomplish on Ferris Street. I know that it's pretty much this. It's the same thing. They both were trying to do the same thing, and Akeisha was saying that she was running into roadblocks. So I'm like, what are you doing, differently from what Letitia was doing? And if you got, from my understanding, I thought that she was bringing bricks and hobs to Ferris Street
Okay.
because she already owned land.
Mm.
So why go and try to get an RFP for somebody, for another building when you own land that you can build on
Ah,
ASAP?
I understand that.
You can
Wow.
build on it right now,
Right.
today.
Right.
You ain't got to get their building. So
Mm.
she was saying, well, why not want more? I want more. So I'm like, okay, I understand you want more, but to accomplish your mission of being on Ferris Street, you already own the land. You can build on that today. Why not do that? and then still work on your RLP.
Mm-hmm. I get what
So
you're
that was
saying.
the question
Mm-hmm.
I was asking, you know. But now when I said, look, you know, when I said that's Letitia's blueprint, let me just be honest. I was just talking shit, having a shady moment. I like it was just humor, to be honest with you.
Okay, she didn't seem like
It was just humor.
she
And
wasn't
she know
too
that.
yeah, she wasn't too upset. Okay, but it just I do want to
It
ask
was humor.
right. I want to go ahead and get to the reunion because baby, I wrote down a few things that was
Okay, go
said.
ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me just say real quick. When you said maggot ass ranch,
Wench.
husband made, I said I have never heard of that in my whole life. I'm from Louisiana. We say some stuff down there. I was
Listen.
like, Jesus help. First of all, before, like, I had to say that I had to break that because that was funny to me. But when everything got started, you were trying to stop this whole situation from the get-go. You tried more than once to get her away. You were very focused and serious, but your focus was, I'm not involved. You didn't say anything to her. You said, let me get her away. What happened?
Woo! Let me listen. Let me say this. Even with the, you know, I went to the reunion trying to keep a level head because for one, I got the lawsuit with Latrice's husband.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm like, okay, don't touch on that. Stay clear of that.
Okay.
You know, because that's the ongoing litigation.
Right.
I know what's going on with it, but let me just say this: you never win when you play dirty.
Mm, period.
You never win
Okay.
when you play dirty. And that goes for that lawsuit and my sexual harassment lawsuit. I
Oh
can't
God.
I can't get off into it,
Yeah. Yeah.
but those are two lawsuits that I'm not ashamed of. I have been very vocal about it. I'm not embarrassed by it. It's my reality. And there will become a point in time where I will be able to talk about it,
Okay.
you know? Because I can use my platform to teach other women and men, especially women, on what
Mm.
not to do.
Oh yes. Yes. Yes.
So,
Like.
you know, I'm an open book and I
Mm-hmm.
don't have no loopholes. I don't have no holes in my life because I've been very transparent about everything that I've ever gone through. And I've given production everything, the good, bad, ugly, everything, and they
Mm.
choose
Okay.
what they want to follow. So if
Yes.
they hear it again, like I go on social media and I see little slick comments. What about that sexual harassment lawsuit? What about that lawsuit with Latrice and Clear? What about it? I've already told them about it. I'm not embarrassed or ashamed about it. What about it? That's my reality.
Yeah.
That's life. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm on this platform. So I can talk about it and let y'all
Period.
follow what's going
Yes.
on.
Yes.
Period.
Mm-hmm. So
But
getting
back to the
yeah.
reunion.
Mm-hmm.
So what actually happened was, as soon as the all the bells walked in and we sat down, when Carlos came in, as soon as he sat down, before he could even ask the first question to whoever he was going to ask it to, shots Letitia and Latrice was like this,
Mm.
bang, from the door. They just throw a what. And I'm like, everybody, the bells, we were looking like, what in
What
the
is going
world
on?
is going on here? I didn't understand it.
Okay.
I did not understand it. Because again, you know, like me and Letitia, for one, we don't talk about, she'll
Right.
have a discussion with me about the other
Right.
babies. When
Right.
we talk, it be, you
Y'all
know,
own stuff.
work
Right.
stuff,
Right.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand it. And Kamisha, it was so, the way I can describe that moment, because a lot of it you all didn't see.
Mm.
For me, it was heartbreaking for me to watch
Mm.
because I knew the friendship that they had. I knew the
Yeah.
friendship they had.
They had a strong
You
friend.
know, and I know that when you're friends with somebody and it's genuine, you may disagree. You may fall out with your friends, but at some point you bring it back together, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
you both can say, agree, we agree to disagree.
Yes.
But the way that these two ladies was at it was so brutal. It was a high, when I say a high level
Mm.
of body shaming beyond anything that I have
Wait a minute.
heard on TV.
What? Who was body? Wait, what happened with the body shaming? Because I can't tolerate that. What happened with that?
Latrice, when I say she body shamed Letitia to the grave,
Mm.
it was so bad. It was disgusting to hear that from a woman to another woman.
Mm.
Now I know my mouth slick, and I know I can be, filthy at the mouth, but I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy. So when Letitia walked over to Latrice, it was because of what heated it up. It was the body shaming, and Letitia was over Latrice in palm position
Mm.
with her hand down, and then her hand was like this.
Mm.
It was like this, shaking. And so that's what made me walk back over. And I said, don't. Come on. Don't do it. Let's go. Don't do it. Don't. Because it was about to get physical and then them being in each other's face in an
Yeah.
exchange. You don't know. Somebody say something and Letitia standing over her, she could have, wow,
Yeah.
hit her in the face.
Yeah.
So I'm like, don't. I didn't want to see it. I wasn't for it. That's why I told Letitia, come on. And when I told Letitia to come on, I'm like, come on, Letitia, man, this is childish. I said, this is just childish. It don't make no sense. This is crazy. And so Latrice was like, you childish.
Mm.
You childish. What you want to do? They ain't played it. What's up? What you want to do? You can get it too. I can get it too.
Wow. Because
Like,
you
I
didn't say
ain't
anything to
like,
her the whole time.
and I'm like, bitch, I ain't did shit to you. Shit, what
Mm.
the fuck you want to do? And that's when I went in. But I hadn't said nothing to Latrice. I wasn't into it with Latrice. And honestly, I was trying to stay clear of her because I need to close out my lawsuit. And I don't need to say nothing that I ain't got no business saying.
Do you think she's trying to push you because you are going through litigations?
I feel like in that moment, okay, Latrice, no, I didn't say anything about her domestic violence situation. I felt like she was trying to trigger me to say something
Okay.
about it.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? I feel like she was
Yeah.
trying to trigger me
Mm-hmm.
to say something about the situation.
Wow.
You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yes.
Because me and Latrice wasn't into it. That was her and
Yep.
Letitia,
Right.
and that had nothing to do with me. And I was trying to diffuse the situation and tell Letitia to come on.
Mm.
Because I really thought that they was gonna actually start strapping. Because, like I said, Letitia's hand was trembling, and I'm like, "No, come on here! Like, don't do that."
That
So
body
me
shaming is
saying
awful.
childish, I was just like, the whole
Mm.
situation is just childish. I wasn't calling nobody in particular. I
No, I
just
took it as that.
yeah,
You
like
said this is childish. That's all
this
you
is
said.
childish. That's all I said. But she came talking crazy to me, and then that's when I popped off. Like, you go low, I'm going to hell.
Mm. Well, I do have one question that somebody another person hit me up and said, please answer this question.
Okay,
Can the bells come from this after the altercation or whatever, almost altercation, all the things, even with the body shaming? Because for me, body shaming could be, I'm done with that person. Just be honest with me
man,
in real life.
listen.
So I'm just saying, like,
To
where do y'all
body,
go from here?
I feel like I just feel like you know I had a conversation with my dad yesterday, and he was like, Marie, when y'all first started doing this show, season 1, he said, I was all for it. I was supportive because I felt like it was a positive thing. All y'all was talking about, all the ladies was talking about y'all businesses and y'all personal life and how y'all navigating through issues while being an entrepreneur. He said it then went from that to people, y'all are attacking your business. Yeah, when your businesses are being attacked, That
Mm-hmm.
takes things to another level. That's a dangerous game.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yep.
said, and you got to ask yourself, like, is that worth that? It's a danger at this point. If you body shame somebody to that level, to that
Hold
extent,
on. Let me ask you a question. What did she say as far as some of the things that she said about her? And I'm just, they're
I
so
can't.
close.
It's
Okay.
I
It's
say
too
one
past.
thing.
Okay.
I say one thing, but the rest of it, I just the Bells know. They got it on the
Okay.
production know. They got on report. One of the things she said was, I she
Don't
was
say
like,
it. Don't, you know what? You know,
because it's just too bad. It was
right.
just put in there that it was so brutal. I don't even want. I just can't repeat it. And I don't
No,
see.
that's fine. I really don't want you to.
I can't see the Bells going forward because, like, for them, let's just say for those two,
Right.
like, once you body shame me to that level, even when you ain't mad no more, like, it ain't no coming back from that, because it's just certain things that you just shouldn't say. Esther can't body shame me, not to a high level like that, on no level, and then think we gonna make up and be okay going forward. It's no coming back from that.
Mm,
We can get into it and have disagreements about anything, but to body shame me on that level, I just don't feel like the argument didn't warrant that. And it all
right.
stemmed from the lies. Like, remember that text message thread?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It all stemmed from when Tambra said that, no, when Latrice said that Letitia called her
Mm-hmm.
and said that she wanted to run a play by her. That's what it stemmed from. That phone
Okay.
call that allegedly supposed to have happened between them, that didn't have nothing to do with me. So when I got through in it, when Tambra told Akeisha that Marie and Letitia used her as ammunition, like, why how did I get put in it? I ain't
Mm,
got no problem with Akeisha, nor so Gucci. If I had a problem with Akeisha, everybody know how vocal I am. I'm gonna say what I want to say
yes.
and what needs to be said. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
talk around or behind your back and go to nobody else. I'm gonna say what I need to say to your face. I hadn't said anything about Akeisha. So
I don't
that's what they
understand.
got into it about, the
Right.
line about the text
Mm-hmm.
thread. That didn't have nothing to do with me. And now they slinging mud at each other. Well, Letitia didn't say anything about Latrice. As far as, well, Latrice, you said this, you said that.
She didn't.
Latrice the one said that Letitia called her. The only three-way call I knew about, the only call I knew about is before we filmed season 2.
Okay.
Latrice had Letitia to call me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't make, you ain't gonna find nowhere on my phone record where I call Latrice. Because
Mm-hmm.
that's not even believable. Because we don't even fuck with each other.
It,
So
it
that ain't believable.
right, right.
So what happened? She had Letitia to call me because she wanted the OGs, right? The
Mm.
OGs to go on
Mm-hmm.
strike with her because
Okay.
she wanted more money. She
Mm.
wanted us to go on strike with her against the people who signed our check because she wanted more money.
Girl,
I didn't
what?
do it. I'm like, hell no. Like, I didn't do it because, hell, when we got our contracts, I had already got a raise
Mm. So you wasn't even worried about what
myself.
she's talking about.
So I didn't have
Exactly.
to worry about what the hell she had got, what she was
Wow.
trying to get.
Wow.
So I didn't go on strike. I didn't do it. Tamber was like, no. Tamber didn't do it. And hell, Letitia didn't do it. That was the only time. And they called me because I was in the beauty salon sitting up under the hair dryer. I didn't make no phone call. Now that's the only call I heard. Time I heard Latrice's voice on the phone, and she made Tisha call me and said, "Get Riri on the phone." Now don't
Okay.
lie on me. Don't lie on me. Don't lie on
So
me.
so the two of them, it may not be no comeback. What do you think will happen for the show? Let's say, for instance, one says I won't film with the other, because that's a possibility. What's to happen next?
I don't know, but from the way it looked, like I saw Akeisha's live. Somebody, well, I didn't actually see the live, but somebody was
Sent you a
telling me
clip.
about the live, and I
Mm-hmm.
saw a clip, and
Mm-hmm.
somebody sent me a clip of Akeisha was saying that she would, let me see, what you just asked me? Because like I just lost my
I
thought.
no, no, no. I said that with the two of them, they might say to to the producers, "I won't film with her if she's here." What happens to the show if they decide to say that?
You know, to be honest, oh, this is what I was saying. Someone sent me a clip where Akeisha was saying that Latrice made a post on Twitter about Letitia and Glenn was supposed to be running had some dirt on Akeisha and Willie. That's
Oh
the post that
no!
Latrice made. So
Wow.
it's just one thing after the other between
Mm-hmm.
them. And and I asked, Letitia, my girl, I asked, I said, look,
Right.
we'll never talk about their relation, their
Mm-hmm.
friendship and
Mm-hmm.
stuff they
Mm-hmm.
got going on. But I just had to ask. I said, look, let me just ask you this. Like, is it anything that y'all have talked about that was private and this
Mm.
girl may put out here? And she was like, hell no, I wouldn't run a play about Russia. I wouldn't, she said, I'd run a play with Russia before I run a play.
Right.
It was a joke.
Exactly.
And
No,
she
I
said
get it.
in joking way,
Mm-hmm.
I run a play. She said, I wouldn't run how she put it. She said, I run a play with Russia before I run one with her. She said,
Right.
I ain't gonna run no play with no Latrice. No, nobody
Mm.
trust Latrice
Mm.
like that. I'm like, okay. I said, well, okay. Cause like it's the back and forth, the
Yeah.
mud slinging.
Yes. Yes.
So is it
Yes.
anything that this girl know that she could
Just to come
possibly?
out. Oh wow.
Because she that type of person. She's a rat. She's a snitch. Street. She's a street rat.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna snitch. And
I
so
don't see. I
Letitia,
don't see. I don't see them going nowhere. I'm just saying that's the biggest question everybody's asking. Is it going to end the show? Everything that happened on the
this is what
reunion.
I think. I think that of course, behind the dirty stuff that Latrice do to me, um, off the camera,
Mm-hmm.
like this bogus lawsuit she
Mm.
filed.
Yes.
How can you think I'm a film with her?
Mm.
I don't even want to be in a room with her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I would
like,
not film. Right.
I can't feel like so. I know I'm not dealing with her. Okay, Tambra, I'm not. Look, I ain't dealing with
Right.
her,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's two off the list. And then with Letitia, I, I can't see them filming together behind
There's.
that. It ain't
I
no
can.
comeback behind
Right.
what happened between them because it was just if it had not
Horrible.
been the body shaming,
Yeah.
I think that
It's a positive.
they had a
Me too.
possibility.
I agree. I agree. I
If
believe
if
that
the,
something
if
could
the
happen.
body shaming did not happen,
Mm-hmm.
if the body
I agree.
shaming had not
Wow.
happened, then maybe yeah. I think they're gonna have to bring some friends of the show friends
Mm.
of the show.
Yes.
They're gonna have to be incorporated, or
Yes.
maybe another Belle. But then like just because somebody ain't dealing with another Belle, what we're gonna do? Just keep adding before we know adding bells, and we'll have
Mm.
15 bells. So I don't know if they'll bring another Belle or bring some friends on the show. Because Carlos already said, ain't no like this ain't married to medicine. Don't nobody get voted off no show.
Okay. So well. I don't know what's gonna happen. Not married to medicine. I don't know what's gonna happen, but the fans are wondering. It's like y'all gonna be recording in different rooms and all this stuff. It's ooh, it's gonna be a
But
lot.
like, let me just set the record straight and say this: I'm not a bully,
Mm,
but I'm a bully for the truth. You're not
mm,
gonna lie on me. That's what you're not gonna do. I'm a bully for the truth, and I'm not miserable, and I'm not jealous of nobody's life. And people, they don't. You don't have to tear a woman down, one woman down to lift the next woman up.
I like that.
It's enough for everybody.
Yep, it is.
I can, because what God has for me, it's already mine.
Hmm,
And I
say it
don't want
again.
what somebody else's. I don't want what belongs to somebody else. I want what God has for me. And I'm
Hmm,
happy with that. I am living the life that I manifested. And I wouldn't change that. I love to see other women win
hmm,
because I'm winning. I'm winning. But the digs that, attacking each other businesses, that has to stop. And accountability, these bells need to take accountability. If I can stand 10 toes down on what I say and say, look, Tamara said I hurt her. If since you say I hurt you, baby, I'm sorry. Now I'm finna move on. Even though I know that wasn't my intent, I can say, well, I got the
Mhm.
big head. I ain't apologize. I ain't apologizing.
Right.
Same thing with So Gucci and
Right.
Latrice. If So Gucci was hurt by her actions, the right thing to do is to say, you know what? I apologize. Keep it moving. But it's
Mhm.
no
That's it.
accountability when it comes to the bills. I'm holding myself accountable, even though I didn't feel like I didn't owe no apology for whatever, for my own reason. I felt like I didn't. But since this girl said I hurt her, that's the right thing to do. How can you grow if you and don't nobody want to hold themselves accountable? If it's no accountability, how can we move forward as a collective?
Yeah, I have to have that. That's gonna be the only way y'all gonna be able to move forward. And but right now y'all too fractured. I don't see
It's
how
too it's too damaged. Like I know for me, it ain't no coming back behind no lawsuit. It ain't no,
that wouldn't be for nobody.
it
It
ain't
wouldn't be.
no. And then too, here it is. This man is not on social media like that to know the shots that this woman took at my business.
Mhm.
And I hadn't even Bob said nothing about this woman business since I left that brunch table season 1. I hadn't
Mhm.
said nothing. Now I held myself accountable and said, listen, I learned from role playing not to do that. You don't get together and okay, we're gonna run this together. Okay, I'm gonna let you get out on me. That's a no. You don't do that.
Mhm.
That's why I went wrong at. I should have never did that.
Mm.
I stand in that. I did
Mhm.
that. But I won't do that no more ever again. Can't none of these ladies, and Letitia, my girl, I'm not role playing, running no play. I don't play games like that. And I never participate in that. Before I get on a TV screen and make up shit, I just won't film because I'm not doing it.
High moral compass and high integrity. I love it. And I can
Yeah. So
understand it. I
I'm
wouldn't
just
either.
not doing it. Yeah.
I
So
wouldn't.
I just don't think that the bagels, I just, it's too much damage to been done. Too many shots been fired when it comes to our business.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say this is it. I just think that something is gonna have to happen next season for you guys to be able to do this. It's too much. You have too much stuff heavy going on with you. The reunion, it was extremely heavy. I mean, it's just a lot. I don't know.
And then, yeah. And then I feel like, okay, I go off, spaz out. You can't bring fire to me and dictate how I bring the smoke back.
Mm,
You can't say what you want to say to me and then control
how you
and be
respond?
able to control how I respond to you.
Yes, ma'am.
You
100%
bucked
agree.
at me first. This girl
Mm-hmm.
bucked at me first.
Right.
But then
100%.
I'm wrong and we all teamed up on her. That's not what happened.
Mm.
What I saw, because I didn't say nothing to us and really much saying on the couch, sitting on the couch. Me looking at Akeisha, say what she had to say.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
Gucci and Letitia,
Mm-hmm.
all they was doing was trying to hold her accountable.
She
Stand
couldn't
in
take it.
whatever
She
you
couldn't take
say.
it. She couldn't really take it when everybody was, and I wouldn't say anybody was coming at her. I think people were. Keisha was especially.
No.
Keisha was being very respectful, in my opinion, when she was talking to her about things that she saw. She was being
Yeah.
observant. That was
Yeah.
it. And I don't think she was even coming to her crazy. I don't think she wants to hear it because when you got mad and said the things you said at the reunion, she couldn't take it. She was back there by Carlos King crying and upset, and you were just da 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 da. I was like, oh my God, Marie, when I say you were coming with
But
like the
like,
bullets.
but then she put this false narrative.
Woo.
Instead of taking jabs at my business, like
Mm-hmm.
subliminal posts, about people's businesses. Like, why is there attack on people's business?
Mm. If you can't stand
And
the
you want
heat.
to cry victim, and you want to cry like I'm bullying you.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't bullied you. You done talk shit to me, but you can't control how I respond. Somebody give me a car, like
Oh yeah, she did say that. Get you a gun.
putting that out in the effort like I don't have a car.
I was like,
What
why
is
did
that
she
to
say
say?
that? Why did she say that? Do you know why she said that? Where that was coming from?
Because when I film my reality. So if the camera they call me to film. If I'm here at work, I'm driving from clinic to clinic. I'm gonna get in my work van and I'm gonna go from here to Hattiesburg or go from Flowood to Meridian.
Right. I
I'm
would
not
too.
gonna drive my uh a luxury vehicle up and down on highway every day. That's
Oh, I
stupid.
wouldn't either. I
That
wouldn't
is
either.
stupid
I wouldn't
to
either.
drive a luxury vehicle up and down the highway every day. So if I'm filming and
Child.
they call me, I'm not going to leave my office and go run home and get in a truck, a luxury vehicle, just so I can pull up on camera. Baby, pull me up in this van. I ain't got nothing to prove with nobody.
I don't know why
Shoot,
that's
I'm gonna
why she
pull up
said
in this
that,
van.
girl. There ain't nothing when there's nothing to be said.
And look, and if I'm broke, yep, I take it because I got a lawsuit.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did
I
say that
take it.
too.
You
She said
claim
you were
I'm broke,
broke.
okay? Yeah, let
Hmm.
me be broke. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay,
Whew.
let me be broke then. Good. Thank you. Come testify that I'm broke because I need your testimony.
Look, let me tell you something. As usual, Marie don't play, y'all. Y'all know how I go over here. She do not play, period. Like, came through and blew it up as always and gonna give it to you like it is. And she kept the same energy that she has done for years. Well, I rock with Marie 100% and still will after this. So, whew, that was a lot. Any final words, Mama? I know we got we got part two, or are we done?
Listen, tune in this Friday, 8
Mm.
o'clock, for the second part of the reunion. It's going to be even more explosive than part one. The
Oh my
men,
God.
yes, yes.
Uh-uh. The men.
The
Girl.
men, the men, the men. Oh my goodness, the men are on fire, honey.
Mm. Well, I can't wait to see. Let me be quiet. I was
What?
no, I love some bitches. I love JJ. I love JJ. So I can't wait.
JJ is so hilarious. He is
I hope he come through and
so
give it
funny.
to him because I hope he come through and say some things. JJ to me, I'd be like, he's so nice, and it's time for him to come through and say some things. All I'm gonna say. So I really hope this is it.
It's when I say, to me, this reunion, to me, is the best reunion.
Mm,
To me, it
okay.
is. To me, it
Okay.
is because to me it felt balanced to me.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how they're gonna edit 2 and 3. It
Right.
just felt balanced to me.
Mm. You said
It
two
felt
and
balanced.
three. There's three parts of this reunion.
It's 3 parts.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's 3 parts.
Woo. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because see, like season two,
wow.
I was like, I couldn't really.
Say
So much
everything.
happened with part
Right.
two that got
Okay.
cut out. Because
Gotcha.
me and Latrice almost came to blows
Yes. Yeah.
season
Yeah. Yeah.
part two.
Mm-hmm.
Doing
Mm-hmm.
season two that
Mm-hmm.
the viewers didn't get a chance to see when she brought
Right.
that bogus document out. I
Mm-hmm.
came up off the couch.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I couldn't really get into that one, but this one seemed it felt more balanced. I hate I had to go there with her. This,
Yeah.
but like leave me alone. Like
Mm.
stop.
Woo. Well,
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see the other parts. I'm pretty sure Marie gonna be, even though pretty sure you still gonna have things to say. So please make sure y'all tune in. It's on Philo, it's on. If you want to watch the app, it's on YouTube TVs. Make sure you guys download all those things and check it out. Marie is friends to the show. She's come on here for the past couple of years. She's everything. She's a queen. Thank you, Mama Giv, for coming through. This is Commission Reviews, the queen of reality TV. All right, guys, what's going on? One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this, I am the queen of reality TV. Don't get it twisted and don't doubt it. It is